Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Super Sports Central. Today we have Sports News episode 36. But before I start, I want to say may the 4th be with you. While I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, I know there are some Star Wars fans that are viewers out there. So happy Star Wars Day. So today we're going to be talking about the four major sports, with the majority being baseball. So from now on, the majority will most likely be whatever sport the background is, now that I have backgrounds for all sports. So we're going to talk about baseball last today, and we're going to start off with the NBA. Russell Westbrook has a historic night in the Wizards' 154-141 victory over the Indiana Pacers. You're going to probably think Westbrook had like 70 points or something like that. But no, because they scored 154 points. But he actually only had 14 points, but he had 24 assists and 21 rebounds. LeBron James will sit the next two games with an ankle injury. It's the same ankle that cost him the last 20 games. The Lakers aren't doing too well. They're currently in 5th place in the Western Conference, and you have to be in the top 6 to avoid the play-in tournament. Now, what exactly is the play-in tournament? The play-in tournament, it includes seeds 7, 8, 9, and 10. So seeds 7 and 8 play each other. The winner of that game becomes the 7 seed. Teams 9 and 10 play each other. The loser is out. The winner of the 9 and 10 game plays the loser of the 7 and 8 game, and the winner of that game becomes the 8 seed. And then it goes on as normal. So some teams have clinched either the division or playoff spot. If you clinch the division, you automatically get a playoff spot. So division is the Bucks. They're the only team, but they're not the best team. It's just the two. Some of the best teams are the 76ers and Nets, but they're in the same division, so that's going to probably come down to the last day. But clinched a playoff spot, but not division, just a playoff spot. 76ers and Nets in the Eastern Conference, and in the Western Conference, Jazz, Suns, Nuggets, and Clippers. The best teams are the Jazz, the Suns, and the 76ers. The Jazz are 47 and 18, Suns are 46 and 18, and 76ers are 44 and 21. The worst teams are the Timberwolves, 20 and 45, Pistons 19 and 46, and Rockets 16 and 49. Let's go over to the NFL. So I did a few videos on the NFL draft. Yes, I will talk about Aaron Rodgers, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. So if you want to hear my thoughts on the NFL draft, go watch these other videos after this video. But just to fill you in the first 5 picks, it was Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Kyle Pitts, and then Jamar Chase. Casey Hayward Jr. signs with the Raiders. He played his first 5 seasons with the Chargers. The contract details have not been released. So Aaron Rodgers, here we go with the Aaron Rodgers. He's not happy in Green Bay. I don't think they're going to trade him. But I really don't know. So I'm kind of, if they were going to trade him, they would have most likely tried to get picks in the draft. But trading is still a possibility. Packers have said they're not going to trade him, but Aaron Rodgers is really unhappy, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. So the deadline for the 2018 draft picks for the 5th round option was yesterday, May 3rd. So this season will be year 4. If you picked up the 5th year option, they will play the 5th year. Otherwise, if you did not pick it up, they will become a free agent after the season. Players who had their 5th year options picked up: Josh Allen of the Bills, Lamar Jackson of the Ravens, Baker Mayfield of the Browns, Saquon Barkley by the Giants, Sam Darnold by the Panthers. Apparently the Panthers believe in Sam Darnold because one, they picked up his fifth-year option, and two, they didn't draft a quarterback, so they must believe in Darnold. DJ Moore by the Panthers, Calvin Ridley by the Falcons, Quentin Nelson by the Colts, Mike McGlinchey by the 49ers, Vita V by the Buccaneers, Bradley Chubb by the Broncos, Roquan Smith, Bears, Tremaine Edmonds by the Bills, Denzel Ward by the Browns, and Minka Fitzpatrick by the Steelers. There's more. I just decided, so I'm not listing players for half this video, just to only do the key players. And now some options that weren't picked up: Rashad Penny, running back for the Seahawks; Sony Michel, running back for the Patriots; Hayden Hurst, tight end for the Falcons. Now this makes sense because they just drafted Kyle Pitts; and Leighton Vander Esch, linebacker from the Cowboys. Now this surprises me because while he has had a few neck injuries, he's been really good, so this surprises me. However, they did draft linebackers in the draft, so they aren't completely set on him, so this is going to be his last year on his rookie contract. Alright, let's go over to the NHL. The Rangers have been eliminated from playoff contention. And they had a crazy game with the Capitals last night. Specifically with Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson slammed Artemi Panarin to the ice and punched Pavel Buchnevich after he was already on the ground. He punched him in the back of the head. And now, the Rangers are really upset they didn't suspend Wilson. I think they should have suspended Wilson because he is one of the dirtiest players in the NHL. He should be fined and suspended. He was only fined $5,000. So, and he's just one of those players that's always getting fined and suspended for dirty stuff. So he should definitely be suspended. A very, very light punishment by the NHL. He should be suspended. So, another thing I want to hear your thoughts of in the comments, so tell me that in the comments. Ducks goalie Ryan Miller announced his retirement. He'll retire after the season. He is the winningest American goalie in NHL history. The best teams in the NHL are the Hurricanes, Panthers, and Golden Knights. Hurricanes 35-10-7, Panthers 35-14-5, Golden Knights 36-13-2. The worst teams: the Devils 17-28-7, the Ducks 16-30-7, and the Sabres 14-32-7. Alright, finally we're going to get to the MLB. We have lots of baseball news. Jacob deGrom was scratched from his start today with right lat inflammation. However, the game didn't even get played. It will be played as a doubleheader tomorrow. It was postponed due to weather. The Nationals activate Juan Soto. He will be available off the bench today. Dodgers starting pitcher Dustin May will undergo Tommy John surgery. And manager Dave Roberts said he will consider using starter Trevor Bauer on short rest. But, well, because now David Price, they do have David Price, but one, he's injured, and two, he's in the bullpen. So it's going to be interesting to see how they replace Dustin May in the rotation. So now here's another thing of what I want your thoughts on in the comments. What the Dodgers should do with the Dustin May injury. Christian Yelich goes back on the injured list after one game. He's dealing with back issues. Shohei Ohtani will pitch tomorrow. He was supposed to pitch yesterday, but he didn't because he was hit in the elbow when he was batting. But it makes absolutely no sense why he didn't pitch, because he wears an elbow guard. So that really just doesn't make sense. Clayton Kershaw has the shortest start of his career today versus the Cubs. He allowed 4 runs in the first inning, and he threw only 1 inning. His previous shortest was 1 1/3, and he threw 39 pitches in the first inning. White Sox outfielder Lewis Robert is out 3 to 4 months with a grade 3 strain of his hip flexor. So a scary injury. Hopefully he can be back within 3 to 4 months. The best teams are the Giants, 18-11, the A's, 18-12, the Royals, 16-11. The worst, the Twins at 11-16, the Rockies at 10-19, and the Tigers at 8-21. So that concludes this episode of Sports News. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my new videos, which includes sports news, breaking news about sports, or anything like that. I am working, well, the next video will be the next video, not me standing here talking, will be another racing tournament. So I know you guys really enjoyed that, so that's coming up over the summer. So like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you for any breaking news. Otherwise, next week for sports news.